We are taking on another step of this online censorship, trying to target conservative messages. And we're in another election year. I mean, the debates are happening. People will be voting in the Iowa caucuses in January. We looked at, the March dates, Super Tuesday, all of those issues. That is going to come up very quickly. And we know that one of the biggest issues on getting out the vote, whether it be the primary or the general election, is whether or not your message is able to reach even the people that have decided to follow you.
We've seen it happen. For instance, we know on Facebook, that every day we go on, it's generally, you'll get 1,000 viewers, 750. We used to get 9, 10, 15, 20,000 over the course of 24 hours. We'd get 150,000. Now it's more like 25 or 30,000. So are they squelching it? Yes. But what's particularly troublesome, and the reason why we're very excited to announce this new case, is that the government, the United States government, has put their thumb on the scale of censorship. The one thing the government in the free speech context is never supposed to do is put their thumb on a particular viewpoint, unless the government is actually the speaker. In these cases, they're not.
When they want to, can limit how many of those people get your content, even though they took the action to sign up to say, I want to know what Jay Sekulow has to say. I want to know what the ACLJ has to say. I want to be updated. And yet if they don't like some of your message or a word that you used, suddenly those 4 million people, only a few get it.
We sent out on July 25th of this year a Freedom of Information Act demand for the records of the Department of Justice concerning the case of the state of Missouri versus Joe Biden. And it's in the United States District Court for the Western District of Louisiana. We have actually now filed a brief at the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit for the state of Missouri versus Joe Biden. That's the case now that is now up at the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. We're requesting information about what was being told to the social media agencies. Folks, this is a barn burner case.
The ACLJ is representing Turning Point USA and Charlie in this legal battle. And Charlie, let me first ask you this. When did you first notice that all of your social media accounts, that you weren't getting the same reach that you used to?
Mm-hmm. So it really started to be significant right during the presidential election. And I think during this process, and by the way, thrilled to be working together, guys, we're going to get all the facts, right, through discovery and all this, because based on the documents that I already made public through Twitter files and through other FOIA requests, we know that the federal government was actively involved in suppressing Twitter accounts such as ours.
You had that voice in the marketplace of ideas already, and then they were squelching it once you were trying to get your message out.
I lost access to my Twitter account because I tweeted about the Hunter Biden laptop for a whole week during the presidential election because they said it was Russian disinformation. And you have to wonder, how many other voices were suppressed and how many... Yeah, and so I think this is... The complaint here, you guys do such a great job, is going to be, really focused and precise. And I think this really needs to be a hallmark case where we put the government, and shine a light on how they have been actively involved in viewpoint discrimination. But my fear, guys, and this is why I think that this lawsuit is so timely and important, what's to prevent them from doing it during the 2024 election?
We have a big agenda set for this year, but we really need your help. We cannot do it without you. So let me encourage you right now. This is the last day where your donations to the ACLJ can be doubled. The Life and Liberty Drive ends tonight. After our broadcast today, you'll catch us on Hannity Radio. Jordan and I are taking over the show for the full 3 hours. So you're going to hear all of our guests. We've got some new topics to discuss. Tonight, the Sekulow Band, the JSB, Jay Sekulow Band, is performing a live concert. So that to encourage you to give. So we have a good time when we do this too. But I'm telling you right now, the Life and Liberty Drive ends tonight. This is your last moment. Your gifts are doubled. We're still short of our goal. We're thrilled for the support we received so far. Without your donations, we cannot fight this. We are fighting now on this major, significant case and so many others. 16 lawsuits against the Biden administration, now representing Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. We can't do it without you. And I want to tell you, your chance to have your gift doubled ends at midnight tonight. So go to aclj.org right now. Everybody that's watching this broadcast, aclj.org right now and make that online donation. Somebody yesterday gave $10,000, but you can give $50. It's doubled as well. aclj.org.